Hello, beautiful ones. How are we doing? I've just gone live and I've just thought I should probably have my earphones in, so bear with me. Let me see if I can do this. I can obviously put in earphones, but if I can get it to work. No, they're not connecting. This is a good start to our first ever session. So for now, we're not going to worry about that. Let me introduce myself for those of you that don't know me. I am Holly Boulay. I'm a holistic wellness teacher, guide, coach, support for you to help you to elevate your vitality to the next level. If like me, not just if like me, but to give you a bit of background really, I feel like I need to give some context into why I even do this. And I'm not going to give you my whole life story, but for now, just know that I myself came down or developed multiple autoimmune conditions about 10 years ago. And that set me off on this real kind of trajectory of exploring anything I could that was going to help me, because it was debilitating. I've got rheumatoid arthritis, I've got other conditions, and it affects my life in many different ways. Less so these days. Well, when I say these days, less so now, but I've just come out of a period of like really poorly ill health that I'm back and I'm feeling on form. So I'm doing my best to share with you all everything that has made a difference to my journey, anything that I believe would truly help you on your own journey to wellness, vitality, even if you don't have a condition, but you just want to take better care of yourself. And you get that it's far more than what we eat and exercise, right? It's everything from how we treat ourselves to our relationships to the energetic properties of our body. In terms of myself, I should kind of say I'm a Reiki master, a meditation teacher, I'm a guide of Ayurveda, I'm a teacher and practitioner of Ayurveda. For those of you that don't know, that's a sister science to yoga. You will find out more about that here. And I am an explorer and seeker of ancient wisdom, of those kind of wisdom traditions that were passed down through generation and generation, of herbalism, of working with the subconscious. There's so many things we can do to work with our bodies, work with our minds, work with our souls, so that we can really feel the best possible version of us. So I hope that sounds beautiful to you. I hope that sounds like just what you need. And if so, you're in the right place. I'm hoping this weekly live will give you some inspiration, something to take away and start working on, and give you some kind of also motivation, because for me that was often the challenge. When we have conditions that affect our energy, that affect our mood, that affect our ability to just show up and do the day-to-day things, then taking care of ourselves can feel like this additional chore that we don't have the time or energy for. So I'm here to make this simple for you. I'm here to make it as easy to follow as possible. And hopefully you will come away from our sessions feeling better about yourself, feeling better about life, and having some clear kind of guidance on where to go for that week. So with that in mind, today I wanted to start by talking about the mindset of vitality. And I'm not just going to talk about it, we are going to have an exercise together. Hello Melanie, beautiful, gorgeous to have you with me. Hope you're doing well today. And I should say, as you hop on and join me, say hello, tell me how you're doing, tell me how it is where you are. Are you affected by the snow? I'm on the Isle of Wight and we were promised snow today, which still might come, but at the moment it's just like that miserable sleety weather. So I'm hunkering down inside with my son. I homeschool my son, and we're home today enjoying a cozy day instead of, yeah, the sleet out there. Not for me. Okay, the mindset of vitality. What does that mean? Well, anyone that's been in my world for more than a moment will know that mindset I am deeply passionate about. And the main reason being that I have seen over the course of my life how it has helped me, how it has hindered me, how it has stood in my way, how it has sabotaged me, how it has created beliefs that aren't real, how it is, and not in a good way. And we all do these things, right? We all do these things where we allow our mind to run away with us, where we allow it to create stories, where we allow it to make these big black and white opinions about things, or make assumptions about things that we don't really know about. And sometimes it is really hard to get out of particular ways of thinking. And so I wanted to talk to you a little bit about some of the traps or some of the patterns that we can see in the mind and how they can stand in the way of you experiencing, your fullest vitality. So I'll talk to you a little bit about some of my experience with mindset and wellness. So what I saw, and this is a story that I've actually just shared in the membership space this morning, because we're doing a manifesting challenge, and one of the things that we've been looking at is how we can internally start sabotaging things without even knowing, without even realizing, it's just like operating in the background, almost like a computer that's just making us act in a certain way, or do things, or avoid things, or sabotage things without even realizing. And one of the ways that I noticed that I did this, and I've recently seen this mindset starting to want to appear again in my own mind, is when I go through a period of a flare-up, and a bad flare-up. And I feel like I need to give more context behind that. So when I go through a bad flare-up, it literally means that I struggle to walk. I struggle with stairs. I struggle, and it depends. Sometimes it's absolutely fine and my body feels okay. But I can also have days where literally walking to the loo can feel like more energy than I have, and it can feel so painful. Every step can feel like walking on needles in my feet, in my ankles, in my hips, in my knees, the whole thing. At the moment, it is really well managed. I haven't had those sort of symptoms for about 2 months, but it was really quite bad this past year. But since then, I've noticed this pattern starting to come up within me again. And it is this old belief that I know isn't true, but this old belief has been running in the background where I've been avoiding doing too much movement because I'm scared, right? I'm scared it's going to trigger a flare-up. And this comes about because there were times at the beginning of my illness where I made the mistake of pushing through, right? I'm quite a determined character when I want to be. If I get something into my head, I want to do it, right? I can be I'm a bit all or nothing. I need to be careful with myself because I'm either going for it completely or not at all. And this really sabotages me if I'm not careful. And one of the ways that I've noticed that this little belief is been holding me back a bit recently is because it's running in the background, and I've found myself avoiding getting back into my yoga practice. So it's one of the things I really want to do. I love yoga, you know, meditation is a big part of my practice, and yoga is that meditation and movement, and I thoroughly enjoy my practice. However, I gave up most of my yoga practice, other than most of the meditation, during that past 12-month period when I was really poorly. And then over the past month, I've started thinking, right, okay, it's time to start establishing the movement element of your practice again. This has felt difficult. It's felt really challenging. I have felt that nervous little inner child in me that's going, no, 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 don't do that, don't do that. Because otherwise, you know, she likes a drama, my inner child. She likes to catastrophize. She likes to think worst case scenario, right? So she's like, don't do your yoga practice. No, 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 because that's going to trigger a flare up. What she is saying is that version of you, Holly, that doesn't want to just do a gentle yoga practice, but that version of you that's like, if I'm doing yoga, I'm going all in. She's trying to calm that version of me down. So, and that actually leads us on to a really, another point. It's the fact that we have all of these different parts inside of us, right? I don't just have this part of me that's scared. I also have this like really fiery part of me that wants to go all in, all or nothing. And at the moment, they're banging heads. And what I'm doing is just kind of, if I'm not careful, just sat here immobile. Because do I listen to this part of me that's like, don't do it? Or do I listen to this part of me that's like, you're a strong, independent woman, come on, get back on the yoga mat? In the past, I would have allowed one of these different parts of me to win. I would have given the power over to one of these specific parts, instead of me operating from this adult mindset of the inner child saying to her, no, 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 it's okay. We're going to take it slow. We're not going to rush this. We're not going to push ourselves too hard. We're going to be really gentle. We're going to be really compassionate. It's going to be okay. And if at any point we feel discomfort in the body, or we feel we're pushing the body too hard, we're going to take a step back. And she starts to ease, right? She starts to calm down. She's like, well, okay, yeah, perhaps I can do this. And then this fiery part, there's like, Holly, you're either going all in or nothing, right? This part of me is the one that when I think about, you know, that when I started running was like, right, you need to sign up for a marathon, right? Couldn't even run 5K at that point, but she's like, no, come on, do a marathon. So this one I have to soothe and calm equally by saying, no, 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 that's actually not in our best interest right now. That's going to feel too much right now. So let's find something where we can create a kind of routine around this, so you still get that satisfaction of the fact that you're moving forward, you still feel like you're getting somewhere without putting all this pressure on, without putting all this weight, all this heaviness onto me, which makes it really difficult to actually do the thing. I would love to know if this is resonating with any of you, if you too can fall into this all or nothing approach to your wellness, to this this desire to either want to do nothing, avoid it, not look at it, or to do everything and it become a bit of an obsession and become just too much. Hey Louise, beautiful. Oh honey, sorry to hear you're not feeling very well. No, you're absolutely fine. Enjoy the replays. If you need anything, reach out, won't you? Okay, so what I thought would be a really lovely exercise not exercise as an exercise, but activity we could do together is to practice a kind of visualization using the power of the mind, bearing in mind that we've already established how powerful this part of us is, how much control it can have over what we want and what we desire to have, and the action we take or don't take. Then I personally find it really helpful to use modalities or practices that work with the subconscious. The main reason being that our subconscious, it's responsible for 95% of what we do. We don't even realize. It's just operating in the background and it's doing its thing, and we just get up and follow it along. So actually, to change that, to bring those things into our awareness, to actually look at them from a different perspective, can sometimes feel so challenging, because this is so normal to us, right? This is just the way things are. This is just who we are. This is just how we behave. But the truth is, you are so much more than that, right? You're not your subconscious. You're not your limiting beliefs. You are not the patterns that you have played out thus far. You are not just the things that you have done up until this point. You have the capability of changing your routines, changing your behaviors, doing things that feel better for you, that are better for your body, that are better for your mind. And visualization and meditation are a great way that we can work with this element within us without feeling like we have to fight with so many different parts of ourselves. So I invite you to get comfy, to get cozy, do whatever you need to do to really kind of relax and let go as we go into this. It's not going to be challenging. I am going to guide you every step of the way. And what I will say is, if you're someone who doesn't visualize visually, that is absolutely fine, right? Some of us visualize, that word is very visual, right? But some of us experience a visualization as a feeling. Some of us visualize in a way where we feel like we're using different senses other than our eyes. So perhaps we hear things, or we have a word that comes to mind, or a memory might pop up for us. All of these things are very welcome in this process, and however you visualize, know that is perfect. And it doesn't mean you're not doing it right, and it doesn't mean it won't work. In fact, however you experience this is exactly what you need to experience on this day. Okay, so get yourself comfy, get yourself cozy, do whatever you need to do to fully relax into this moment. And I invite you, as and when you feel ready, to close your eyes and bring your awareness to that breath in the belly, so that gentle rise and fall that happens automatically. And you can actually place your hand on your belly if that helps, maybe both. Especially if your mind is particularly busy today, or you feel particularly agitated. And what we can do is take in a nice deep breath, filling up that lower abdomen all the way up. And on the exhale, we're just going to release any stress, any worries, anything that's playing on your mind right now, just letting that go. Doing that again, nice deep breath in. And letting go of anything that may stand in the way of you being present right now. And taking in one final deep breath. And this time we're going to be releasing any tension that we're holding in the body. So on the exhale, allowing those muscles to just melt like butter. And as and when you feel ready, slowly coming back to that gentle rise and fall of the belly. Allowing it to anchor you into this here and now. Noticing the sensations that arise as you breathe deeply into the body. Noticing the rhythm of the breath, the texture of the breath. And we're not trying to change any of these elements today. We're just witnessing. We're allowing the breath to be whatever it is in this moment. And I invite you now in your mind's eye to imagine a version of you that is truly taking care of her needs, or his needs, their needs. I invite you to imagine how they fit that into their day. How they prioritize that amongst all the other things that need to be done. I invite you to notice how this version of you feels about herself as she takes care of her needs. I invite you to notice the beautiful things she says to herself to keep herself on track. I invite you to notice that feeling of self-confidence that's improved in this version of you and how that feels in your body. I invite you to notice the ways that she's let go of that self-sabotage. I invite you to notice the way she starts her day to ensure she keeps her mindset on track. I invite you to notice the words of encouragement that she gives to herself to allow these things to happen. I invite you to notice how she allows this to be easy, how she allows this to be simple, and how she allows herself to also be supported. How is this version of you supported? And who by? What things has she got in her life to make this easier for you? How is this version of you managing her time? What fuel is she putting into her body? What fuel is she putting into her mind, into her soul? How does she elevate her energy? How has she accessed this level of vitality? What did she do to get here? What did she have to believe about herself? And can you choose to take on these beliefs now? Can you choose to take on some of these actions now? And I invite you now to consider what commitment you want to make to yourself today to allow you to experience your full vitality. You may want to place a hand on your heart space as you do this, really cementing that intention into your heart space, planting it like a little seed ready to bloom. What commitment are you making to you? And I do like to end my visualizations with a moment of gratitude. Gratitude is a brilliant way to elevate our energy, our mood, and allow us to notice the things that we already have available to us. So taking a moment in your mind now to just consider all the beautiful things that are present in your life right now. And that might be the people, that could be how you spend your time. It might be your cozy home that is keeping you sheltered from the snow or sleet. It might be this amazing natural world that we get to live on, those beautiful sunrises and sunsets. The billions of stars that twinkle in the night sky. And seeing if you can allow that feeling of gratitude to truly expand. Can you exaggerate it? Can you make it bigger? Can you make it louder? Can you allow it to infuse into every cell of your being? Till you are just vibrating with that sensation and feeling of how lucky am I? How lucky am I? And if you work with a particular deity or God or universe, you may want to say a little thank you, thank you, thank you. That sense of appreciation for all you have been given, for all you have available to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And as and when you feel ready, slowly opening your eyes. Bring in that energy with you as you go about the rest of your day. And I invite you to consider this topic, the mindset of vitality, and that little visualization that we've just done. And start to consider how you might want to start cultivating your days or your mornings so that you can step into it with the right, not the right, but with the most empowering mindset that you can muster to allow you to do everything you need to do, but with a bit more grace, a bit more ease, and help you to uncover some of those elements that might allow you to experience more vitality today. All right, lovelies, I am going to love you and leave you. But one final point, I would love to ask for your help with something to allow the word to get out about these sessions. I would love for you to like and comment on this video. And if you would like to be in for a chance to win a prize next week, I will be revealing the winner live on next Thursday's session. And the prize is I've actually got it in front of me. It is a mini little smudging kit, and it's the cutest thing I've ever seen. So I had to buy it and I had to offer this out as a gift because I thought, oh, it's just too beautiful. But in your smudging kit, you have a gorgeous little shell. You're smudging your sage bundle, which smells beautiful, white sage, which for those of you that don't do energetic clearing, sage is very clearing herb. It's very strong cleansing herb. Palo Santo as well. So if you prefer, I prefer, if I'm honest, and that tends to be my main smudging material. Not always. I sometimes make my own smudging sticks. In fact, I have a few behind me, as well as a crystal to help you cleanse your rooms. And that comes in a little box, which I'll be sending out. So for those of you that want to be in for a chance to win that prize next week, what I would ask you to do is share this video. So share this video. That's all you have to do. And let me know. Actually, that is the second part. You need to let me know that you've shared this video, so you can do that by commenting shared on this video, and I will next week draw the winner for that little prize. Palo Santo is your favourite as well, Tam. Gorgeous to have you here, Tam. Lovely to see you. I hope you're having a good day. All right, I'm going to love you and leave you. Wishing you a beautiful rest of your day. I hope you are staying warm and cozy or enjoying the snow, if it is snowing where you are. I'm not jealous at all. And I will see you next week when we will be diving into a different topic to support you and your vitality. I will see you soon. Take care.